Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hello, how are you? And welcome to the Inspired Livestream here on the Inspired channel. I'm Jean Nolan. This over there, this beautiful, lovely, amazing lady, is my wife, Kristin. And we're excited that you're here. It is Thursday, March 4th, 2021. Fun fact for those of you who don't know it, this used to be Inauguration Day. In the American Republic, this used to be Inauguration Day, March 4th. So we're excited that you're here. We're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, we're free. We're getting together one last time this week for a live stream. And I won't lie to you. Sometimes I like to say this from the get-go. It's a little bit of a butt kick live stream today. But as always, we're going to land in a beautiful spot. It's just wonderful that you're here. Please, as soon as you come on, hit the like button and then let us know where you're tuning in from. Rohit already said it. He said yes, he wants it. Rohit is tuning in from India. Elaine is tuning in from Canterbury, UK. Then who else is here? Emma is here from Bella Italia. Ciao Emma, come stai? And then all of you just jump on a live stream and then we're going to kick this off today. So, as always, for those of you who are new to the Inspired Tribe, whether you're here in the live stream or whether you come to this video later and see it later and watch it later, welcome. You're now officially a member. The topics that we talk about, the things that we talk about, are naturally introduced to us by our environment, our experiences, your question, anything that's going on around us, energy that we pick up on. We go on walks and then usually it comes to us. This is something that we should talk about. And then these topics, as soon as we decide tomorrow is going to be that topic, within minutes, opportunities come up for us to dive even deeper. And this is why this is so beautiful. We never plan this out weeks ahead and say, well, Monday we talk about this, Tuesday we talk about this, Wednesday we talk about this. We go in real time with what is energetically going on in the universe and in our universe. That being said, I have a question for you, and this question is in the title. And I want to be honest. Sometimes we do real talk. Today's real talk. Do you want it or not? And this is a question that at sooner or later, for I'd say 90% of the people, maybe 85% of the people that we work with, whether that's one-on-one or in groups, that's a question we ask. Do you want it or not? And do you want your dream life more than staying in the comfortable space that you're in right now? Do you want to live a life that is full of, infinite possibilities and beautiful, exciting happenings and the abundance that you desire or not? Because one thing is so clear to us, and one thing is becoming so clear to us. There's a lot of people, all people on this planet have desires. All people on this planet have visions, whether they're small or big, of what they want to experience in life. But there's only a very, very few people who are actually willing to then show up. And why does this require work? I mean, you could ask the question, isn't it enough to just send out the intention and let the universe take care of it? And we would say one thing to you, that in our most natural state, yes, that would probably be as much work as it needs. But we haven't been living in a very natural state. The way you and I grew up, the way most of us lived in this society, the way we were indoctrinated with beliefs, habits, thought patterns, no, it is not enough. It is not enough to create a shift in your life, to just set the intention and let the universe do it. Will you, at every step in time, use these natural laws? Yes. Are you a manifester? Yes. Are you an attractor? Yes. Are you a creator? Yes. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it that you are that. But what we're saying is, your life experience is based on one thing and one thing only, is how you feel about the things that you experience. It's how you feel about your life. If you look at your family, if you look at your friends, if you look at your profession, if you look at your bank account, if you look at your health, if you look in the mirror, nothing matters. It doesn't matter if you fit a certain size profile that someone in a magazine put up as the ideal. That doesn't matter. It matters how you feel. Because if you are super slim, if that's what your body looks like, if you're skinny and that feels really amazing to you, That's it. That's all that it takes. If you are, if you are more full figured, if there's more of you, if there's more beauty there, and if you feel wonderful about that, that's all that matters. It isn't about outside standards. It's about that part, how you feel about your life. And if your life experience isn't in a space where you feel fulfilled, where you feel excited most of the time, where you enjoy it most of the time, or where you are satisfied with it most of the time, then I have to ask you again, do you want that change more than you want to keep doing the things that are comfortable? And this is about taking responsibility and realizing there's only one entity on this planet, one entity in this universe that is responsible for your life experience, and that is you. You're not responsible for the circumstances. You're not responsible for the exact hows of how things take place, but you're responsible to create the shift in energy, the shift in thoughts, and the shift in beliefs that allow for these things to come to you. And sometimes it's time to realize you got to take your head out of your behind and get to work and show up for it. And this is one thing that we see this over and over. When people actually do that, it's not about grinding. It's not about suffering. It's not about doing a million practices every day. It's about committing to doing one practice every day, not doing a million practices all the time and nothing seems to work. It's about committing to one thing, one process, maybe one meditation, or just doing meditations and actually showing up for it. Because I'm telling you one thing, in the beginning, it isn't always easy to show up. Sometimes it's easier to sleep in and get up the last minute because that's comfortable for you. You're used to it. And then go about your day without setting the intention, without doing the meditation, without doing the work. And the reason why this is important, the reason why you got to take responsibility, the reason why you got to show up for the work is because everything that's in your mind, all your beliefs and thoughts and patterns have been practiced by you probably over decades. You know how this works. You know how that which you're living, you know exactly how that works. You know how to do that. You're a master at it. You're a master at living what you're living right now. But let me tell you something. If you have become a master at living that, you can become a master at living something way better than that. Because if you can master your level right now, it only means that you're able to master anything. So why not freaking level up? But if you're just going to sit there and say, no, the universe is going to do it for me, no, it's not how this works. It's like saying gravity is going to walk me. Gravity doesn't walk you. Gravity just makes sure that you're staying on the ground. It doesn't walk you. So this misconception leads to more suffering because you have a mental understanding of certain laws that are active in the universe, but you are not actually practicing the vibration of it. And then you become frustrated because all the effort that you put in watching the videos and reading the books and doing that, it doesn't pay off. It doesn't result in a shift in your experience. And I'll tell you a really funny story. It was, 15 years ago, whenever The Secret, the book first came out. I was walking around that book in the bookstores and it was everywhere. And it took me a while to buy it. I was a little turned off by the super duper marketing around it, but eventually, I just thought, you know what, let's just, lose my judgment about it. Just give it a try. And I really enjoyed reading the book. It was done well. It was written well. It was presented well. I enjoyed it. And I remember that particular night that I finished reading it. I was lying in bed. I was reading the book. I was on the last page. I closed the book. I turned off the nightstand, the lamp on a nightstand, and I thought to myself, now I know it all. Now I know everything. I know all the mechanisms. I know how it works. Like, what is there to learn from me? Like, I know it all. Now, life is literally going to be a piece of cake all day, every day, because I know it all. What is there to know? There's this law of attraction thing. This is how it works. Boom, it's done. And, well, life experience allowed me to experience more contrast, to realize it wasn't nearly all, but it put me on a path. So there was a positive experience, but it also humbled me into realizing that just processing information isn't creating a change. You can literally sit there all day, every day, and watch videos and read books and listen to programs If you are not actually implementing just one practice, one, I'm not telling you do 100, do one, and you show up for that until you feel the shift, that's just going to be, it's going to be like a little feel-good pill for you every day. It's going to make you feel a little better until it wears off, and then you need more of it. It's like a dopamine hit. You go and you click play, watch the video, makes you feel good, and then, you know, it wears off, and then you go and watch the video, makes you feel good, and on it goes until the power goes out or internet shuts off, and then what? So I'm really telling you that if you have the misconception the universe is going to change your life, it's not how it's happening. The laws of the universe are always active. So what are you going to do to bring yourself in a state where you are actually emanating a vibration that you want more of? That is the key to this thing. And that's why it requires work, again, is because you already have thoughts, belief patterns instilled in you. You don't know that, but from age 0 to 7, that was where most of your beliefs were formed. And you didn't even realize it because you were like a sponge, just soaking it all up. And then you're walking through life believing those things, not even knowing why, not even knowing where they came from, but they cause your suffering because you limit yourself with those beliefs. Now, it isn't enough to just know that that's the case. You actually have to do something actively to create the shift into new, better beliefs that serve you, that actually are there for your expansion. And this is why this is the prime example you hear when you listen to all teachers, all masters, doesn't matter who they are, whether that's Louise Hay, whether that's the wonderful Anita Moorjani, whether that was Wayne Dyer or Dr. Joe Dispenza or Bruce Lipton, or all those wonderful people that are out there teaching people how to create shifts. They will tell you that nothing replaces the showing up. And if you show up every morning, if, like Joe Dispenza says it, if it becomes more important for you to shift, to heal, to thrive, to expand than to sleep in, you've already made a decision. And then when you show up and you change your state of feeling, you don't only change your state of feeling when you go into a meditation, into an intentional deep meditation, you change your body chemistry. You literally reprogram yourself into a new state of being. And when you do that for a while, you reprogram your whole being. And what happens when you run a new program and the name of that program is abundance and thriving and prosperity, then guess what? That's the name of the game in your life then. Then opportunities come to you. It will still require you to act on them. It will still require you to realize they're there and then do something with them, but they will show up. Because you've changed your whole vibration, and therefore you've changed the trajectory of your life. But it's up to you. There's no entity on this planet that can do it for you. Even if you have a guru, even if you go into, if you're in an ashram in India and you trust a guru, you still have to show up every day. You still have to show up for the meditations. You have to overcome the lazy mind. You have to overcome the lazy body. You have to overcome all the ego voices that say, no, this is painful. I don't want this anymore. This is uncomfortable. Because it is going to be uncomfortable at first for the sole reason that your body, your mind are used to something different. It's a biochemical thing. Your body is used to certain hormones at certain times. And when you don't deliver, when you don't get angry when you're supposed to get angry or upset, then your body wants those hormones nonetheless until you create enough shift so you are moving in a different direction. And I can tell you that over this past, not even 1 year, 10 months, 9 months, there have been certain people in our courses and membership calls that are consistently showing up for themselves, not for others. They're showing up for themselves. They're doing the work, and something absolutely amazing has been happening. They are expanding in ways, and their life is changing in ways. Their perspective is changing in ways that is just beautiful to watch. But this is up to you. It's up to you to decide that and do that. What's going on?
Everything's good.
I saw a bewildered look on your face.
Oh, no. I was just checking over there.
So, this isn't what most people want to hear. Literally, there comes a point in every coaching situation, there comes a point in every course where we say this is not what you want to hear. You want to hear that, if you just chill out long enough in your on your couch, or in your what are those things called that are
Lounge chairs.
no, the things that are hanging between two trees. What are they called again? There you go. Yeah, it's going to come to me. So it sounds so good.
Hammock.
A hammock. Yeah, right. A hammock. Thank you. And so it sounds so good to say, well, I'm just going to chill out in this hammock, and the universe is going to change my life. And once I come back from this vacation, my life experience is going to be different. The people are going to be different. My relationship will have shifted. And what we're saying is, you are pointing towards a power that exists. You're pointing towards laws that exist, but you're looking outside of you for that shift to happen. And the shift that needs to happen is inside of you. The shift that needs to happen is inside of you. And when it happens, there's a kickoff moment, and you kind of make a big leap. Then there is a gradual process, and then there's usually another jump that you make. But when those things begin to happen, you understand this on all levels, not just mentally. And the only way to do it is to experience it. That's why teachers will tell you, words don't freaking teach. I love that you guys are showing up every day, but I can't change you. We can't change you. No one can. We can point you in a certain direction. We can assist you. We can inspire you. We can encourage you. We can kick your butt sometimes. We can bring love to your experience, but we cannot change you. Only you can do that. And that's the one requirement. Everyone who walks through our door, who wants to work with us in one way or another, there's really one major, that's like a condition. There's no condition. Do you want it or not? That's why we asked it. Do you want to change or not? Because if your spouse wants you to change, thank you, but no thank you. If your brother wants you to change, and that's why you're here, thank you, but no thank you. I don't want to work with you. If anyone else but you wants you to change, and that's why you're here, don't show up. Because that's what's required. Your decision to change, to shift, to create a new experience for yourself, that's what's required. No one can do that for you. And the reason why we don't work with people that are half-assed is because it's a waste of our time. And I don't waste time. Not yours, and especially not mine. Most especially not mine. I don't change my time. I don't care about money enough to work with people that are half-assed. That doesn't mean we work with people from all walks of life that have a pace in their experience, and every pace is okay. But you have to have that decision within you that you want it. And not in terms of ego want it, because I need to be better. It's an internal decision that there is a better, more expansive version of you within you that you want to unleash. That's the decision. And when you do that, just make that decision together, or with any other teacher, with any other coach out there that has the same pure heart, you can do that. There's nothing that you cannot do or be or have. And if you doubt that, then let us assure you that just within our circle of friends and acquaintances, we have someone for every field in life that's extremely, extremely successful and is living, and is expanding constantly in ways that you can't even imagine. So everything is truly possible. You can be or do or have anything you desire to be or do or have. But the universe will not change you. I will not change you. No one will change you. You will have to show up for that, and you will have to put in inspired work for that. And it isn't grinding. It isn't sweating hard. It is about showing up. It is about understanding that when you create a shift, it comes with extreme gratification, and you're going to be rewarded, but it also comes with discomfort, and that cannot be taken away, because it literally, you change not just your mind, you don't just change your spirit, you change your body too. And the body is not very receptive to change. It takes a while. It's always behind the curve. It will give you discomfort. It will let you know that it doesn't want it. It wants the same old thing. And you have to be the leader not your body, not your lower instincts, but you have to be the leader. You have to take charge, and you have to be stronger than that for a while until you move and you're completely aligned with that new way of living. And then it becomes easy, effortless. But that's the thing, guys. And only you can know if you want it or not. And if you find yourself over years asking the same questions, and you just go to different people hoping that you'll get a different answer, but you keep getting the same answer, then there's something there's something to that. And we applaud everyone for being inquisitive, everyone for wanting, for desiring to seek out more information. But here's what I think. I think you already have a lot of information, more than enough to make a decision. You might not have everything to go to the next step, but you have enough to take this step here, which is a decision to show up for it every day, to do something actively. And again, if it's just implementing a daily meditation, that will change your life in ways you cannot imagine. But you have to make the decision, then you show up. Well, you know what? I show up for that 4 or 5 a.m. meditation, whether I feel like it every morning or I don't. Usually I love it, but sometimes I'm like, no, I just want to sleep in. My body just wants to take charge. And I'm like, no, I know this experience is so empowering and beautiful. I'm going to put my 2 feet firmly on the ground and walk downstairs and show up for my meditation, for my date with God. That's my date with God. And I show up for my date with God. I love my date with God. I know it as soon as I get up, I know it was the right decision. So no one can do that for you. And there's a certain amount of willpower that you just have to have, a certain amount of a dedication and discipline that you just have to muster up. Again, pull your head out of your behind and get started. Do one thing. And if it's starting with what Louise Hay says, mirror affirmations, but do them every day. Show up. Create a space for yourself that is comfortable. Create 10 minutes of quiet. Stand in front of the mirror and dedicate your whole awareness to the practice. Don't just say the words. Don't just do it as virtue signaling. Do the thing. And allow yourself to experience what there is to experience. It might cause some sadness. It might bring up some tears. It might bring up something from the past. Well, that's what it's supposed to do. So do it. Show up for it. And then that first step will lead to the next, will lead to the next, will lead to the next, will lead to the next. And this is what we have dedicated, a good portion of our life and time to, is to help people that are ready to take that step. And that's the only requirement. Again, if you're half-assed, this is not the right thing. We're not the right people. But if you know there's so much more, if you know life can be so much better, if you know there's so much more within you, if you feel that, like if you have that feeling, you just don't know what the next step is, then we would welcome you with open arms. And, come show up for a course. Come join our membership calls, do a one-on-one, whatever you feel inspired to do, if we are what you're inspired to do, or if we are who you're inspired to work with, or maybe there's another teacher out there. That's totally fine. But if you feel that within you, do it. Take that step and commit to it. Again, it is not about doing 10 practices a day. It's committing to maybe just one practice, to one change, to one shift, but consistently showing up until you don't remember how you used to think those old thoughts. This is really what this means. When people say, I have created an abundance mindset for myself, they are brainwashing themselves. That's just, you can use that in a negative or in a positive way. People that are creating an abundance mindset for themselves, this is one of the most common things that you've probably seen, is they are surrounding themselves with symbols of abundance everywhere, all the time, and they do not accept anything else but that. There's people that will print out, if they want a Mercedes and they're driving a Honda, they'll print out a Mercedes logo and they'll stick it on the steering wheel so they don't look at the Honda logo, they look at the Mercedes logo every day. That's their level of dedication. You might think it's stupid. You might think but who are we to judge? That's their process. But they are creating an abundance mindset until they forget how to think in lack terms, how to think poor, how to think small. They forget that, and all they can think is abundance, prosperity, rich, money, freedom, all of those things. And this goes for everything in your life. And that requires dedication, showing up, and a level of discipline and willpower. But it's not just worth it. That would be the understatement of the century. When you do that and you stick with it, and it becomes the most important thing in your life, we are experiencing this every day, every week with our tribe. We're seeing this. It's amazing. Now, one important thing. Don't ever compare yourself or your journey to someone else or someone else's journey, whether it's the level of success that they have, or it's the pace, or it's whatever. Never. You are never, ever, you will never be able to compare yourself because you have a unique life journey. What you can do is feel attracted to an energy that, or a vibration that you want more of within yourself. That is empowering. But to say, oh my God, I've been friends with such and such, and they are so much further along and they're so much better. That's not true. That's not true. You have your pace, they have theirs. That's totally fine. As long as you know that you're showing up for yourself, as long as you know that you're dedicating yourself to that expansion, you are on your path, and it will unfold in a wonderful and perfect timing. No comparison, ever. We work with people in groups. Never ever is there a comparison who's better or worse, faster, slower. We honor everyone's individual journey, individual pace, and we love, respect, and have, are humbled to be a part of their life experience, a part of your life experience, maybe. So that comparison thing, not a thing. We don't do that. But there is a level of comparison that is still valid, and that's, am I feeling better today than I did a week ago? Is my life experience becoming more fulfilling, today than it did a year ago? Do I feel like I'm expanding on my journey? And if you say, well, last year I felt more, more expanding, and this year I'm kind of moving backwards a little bit, then it's time to, look at the inventory, look at what you're thinking about, look at what you're dedicating your attention to, look at what your practices are, look at what your habits are, look at what your beliefs are, and we can shift that fairly quick. So do you want it or not? If the answer is yes, we want to invite you. Come, check out, we posted a link on the top of that live chat. Check out the courses, or send us an email, or come for the membership call, book a one-on-one session with us or with EUCY. Take a step. Again, it doesn't have to be us. This isn't a sales call. It doesn't have to be us. It can be anyone you feel, you feel you can trust or you feel aligned with. But take the step. You deserve it. And you'll thank yourself. You want to do things today that your future self will thank you for. That's always a wonderful way to look at things. If you have doubts about your next decision, next action, ask yourself, a year from now, will my future self be thankful for what I did? And if the answer is no, what's the point? What's the point? You are here to have an amazing, outstanding life experience. You're not here to fit in. You're not here to walk the beaten path. You're not here to be like everyone else. You're not here to fulfill someone else's expectations. You're here to live up to your true potential, whatever that is for you. That's why you came. But you have to freaking want it. Otherwise, you're just going to be lived. The same old beliefs, same old programs, same old stories are going to live you. And you want to live your life. You want to experience how delicious it can get. I can tell you it can get very delicious, but I'm not at the end of that rope. There's so much deliciousness for me to experience. I can just tell you where I'm at. It's super delicious, but I expect more of that. I expect more deliciousness to come. I expect more expansion in every possible way. But I dedicate myself to it. And when I don't, I realize it. When I'm becoming less aware of my decisions, when I'm running on autopilot more than anything, I realize it. And then I say, okay, no guilt, no shame. It doesn't matter if you're 25 or 75. No guilt, no shame. It's not what this is about. If you know it today, today's the right time. No guilt, no shame. There's just a decision. There's just a path forward. There's just a shift. Again, this is an open invitation. We would love to work with you, whether that's in a life course that's upcoming, the Inspired One, the Empower Yourself course, or whether that's in a pre-recorded course where you will get the same level of wisdom, information, knowledge, and practices on your own time. Just look it up on our website. Everything's up there. If you have questions, let us know. We're here. This is what we have dedicated, a good part of our lives to. We love this, so much, to connect with you, to help you, to assist you, to inspire you, to equip you. And we love watching what you do with it. It's been such a beautiful journey, and it's only getting better and better. So Inspired Tribe, I'm asking you one last time today, do you want it or not? If the answer is yes, then take the next step. Take the next step. Thank you, Alma. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love the emoji. See what it says? It says hype. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. This was another amazing week. Over the course of the live streams, I've come up with some, by accident, with some words that kind of people picked up. I wanted to say it's tremendously amazing, and it came out as tremazing. And then I wanted to say something about a creative relationship, and it came out as creationship. So Inspired Tribe, what we have here, you, us, it's a tremazing creationship. We're loving it. We love you guys. We love the expansion. We love that you're here. We honor you. We appreciate you. We respect you. Thank you for allowing me to give you a kick in the butt a little bit today. This is it for this week. Great week. We'll be here again on Monday, 2 p.m. Central Standard, as always, on the Inspire channel. And meanwhile, reach out. If you have questions, let us know. If you want to sign up. Take the next step. We believe you're ready. All right, Tribe. We love you. Thank you so much. And we'll see you soon.